Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Zips will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness. He can...
Brings it in down the left side. Hits the afterburners. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in, because this passing attack, it's lethal, because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The Huskers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He'll do it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Trying to slam in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Akron Zips offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Newell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Unloads quickly.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He's got him. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. And the Zips have their offense in high gear. Power football with the run. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field is Finley. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is embedded.
And the ball's out there after it. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything, right? We trust him, he's got a rhythm going, he's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
The RPO, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hands it off on the counter. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. If he can't get the first himself, now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Got the quick pass. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Finds his man, it's Hunter. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. But you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hills. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Fenwick. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Under fire. Got a man. It's Adams. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic.
Breaks into the open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Rayola. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Hunter. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Huskers will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Zips in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds a man by himself. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive player.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Zips have it with a first and 10. Dropping back, it's Finley. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Zips started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. And the Zips had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the move.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Raiola. That's caught. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Leaves it with the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Bring in the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. With the catch, it's Adams. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Zips, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Zips with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Finley. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Zips will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The handoff to Johnson. Runs through a tackle. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job on the defense, shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy. He'll try to tack on one more.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 4 over San Diego State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. Boom. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Huskers are threatening in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Johnson. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. They need a conversion on 3rd and 3 to make the most of that great starting field position. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Huskers! And the route is on.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hill. And the ball is loose on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and... Back's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense. Business.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Zips will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had...
There he goes! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Quick spin on the run.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now. Will be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Rayola. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Hills. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The sure hands. It's Walker. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The Zips will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Zips trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
You got to love the defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
That made the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Second down coming up. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. He'll try turning it on. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
And the Huskers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
The Zips with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides to back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And the Zips, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Gonna run it. It's Gee. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The Zips now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Gee. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The snap sets up the throw. They've got the screen set up. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.